This is my declaration of understanding and intent. My spiritual name is EvenStar. EvenStar means, it's another name for the self, the true self. EvenStar is like an unmoving point of light. So even, unmoving, and the star is a point of light. In other words, a universal being. That's what we are. That's what I am. I am a free universal being of love and light. And this is my declaration of understanding and intent. My understanding is that we as humanity have been tricked into consenting into slavery. Now, a consent that is understood as given only from one side of the parties is no consent at all. But the control system has been using this excuse. This is no more than an excuse on their part to enslave humanity in a universe that is basically a free will universe. So I am revoking my consent to slavery. Economic slavery, biological slavery, all manner of slaveries. I am revoking my consent that was never given knowingly, and I am reclaiming my unalienable, God-given, universal rights. And all of those rights are spelled out in the United States Constitution. Now these rights are not privileges. These cannot be taken away. That's why they are called unalienable. To alienate something means to separate. So these unalienable rights, as defined in the Constitution, are inseparable rights. The Constitution does not give us these rights. We are born with them, and we have them even before birth. So these are inseparable rights that every human being and every sentient being has. I am extending these rights to animals and plants and all manner of sentient beings, which is the whole universe. There are nothing else in this universe but sentient beings. Okay, so these universal laws, actually lore, L-O-R-E, exist everywhere for everyone, and they cannot be taken away, either by trickery or otherwise. one can unknowingly give them up, but who would knowingly give up these rights? That would be the stupidest thing one can do. So, I am declaring that I preserve these rights unconditionally from here on after and retroactively, because I have never given up these rights knowingly. So, this means I am a free, universal being of light, truth, and love. And I only answer to the Lore, L-O-R-E, of God. And everyone should declare themselves in this way. So I just previously declared that these rights are universal. That means everybody is already declared as a free, sovereign, universal being. Even if they don't know it, that's what they are. And in a free will universe, no one has the right to desecrate or infringe on any of these rights. Because if they do, they will have to answer under the lore of God, L-O-R-E of God. Not the law of this planet, not the false law that the law society has created, lawyers and politicians. Those laws are false, fake, and unreal. And inasmuch as they are against the lore of God, L-O-R-E, they are nullified. I hereby nullify all of these laws. They are unconstitutional and they are against the lore of God. So, even the Constitution says that a law that is unconstitutional is void and null from creation. This means you cannot create an unconstitutional law because it's a void. So all of your legislations, my dear politicians and presidents, all of your legislations are meaningless and unconstitutional and treasonous. So again, I declare myself and all sentient beings on this planet and everywhere in the universe to be a free, sovereign beings of light, the original, organic light of this universe, not the fake light of intellect, but the true light of the heart. Now, this declaration solidifies what is already the case. And I encourage all beings, all human beings on this planet, and all beings everywhere in the universe, to create these declarations for themselves. Because the more of us does this, the more power we take back from the control system that has been enslaving us. My dear fellow human beings, it is time to wake up. It is time to declare our freedom. And it is time to declare our standing on the side of the truth. Stop believing in lies. The shadow governments and the corrupt politicians, they are only feeding you lies. All of it are lies, all of it. They couldn't tell the truth if they tried. So, this is my understanding, and my intent is to retain these rights and to live by them. It is our duty to ignore the unconstitutional rights or the unconstitutional legislation and laws, not rights. Because if we don't ignore them, then we are cooperating and we are collaborators in treason and treachery and lies. So we are guilty by inaction, by not opposing them. We become collaborators. A wise man once said, for evil to triumph, all that is needed for good people to do nothing. It is perfectly true. The people of this country and the larger world have been tolerating corruption on the grand scale for hundreds of years. This cannot continue because it's just going to get worse and we have to suffer for it. See how it works? If we don't do what's right, we suffer. So, and these politicians are just taking advantage of the situation because we are too complacent. We have to show them that this cannot go on. So I encourage everyone to make declarations of understanding and intent and use your own words. You don't have to copy what I was saying. Use your own understanding, use your own words, and declare your standing. And that will take back our power, because once we do this, we are protected by universal law. And then they cannot touch us. And even if they do, there will be dire consequences for them. So even those of you in the government who feel trapped because you are doing their bidding, yet you don't agree with them all the time or at all, this is what you have to do to get protection from the higher powers. This is your way out. Because the creator of the universe is the higher power. Right now, you are working for the lesser powers. I don't care what it looks like on your end, but you're working for the lesser powers. So it takes some guts to do this, but at least you can do that much, can't you? Freedom is ours for the taking. This is the time, 2012, the end of the Mayan calendar, is the end of slavery. This is the end of the world that has been. And the new world starts with a fresh slate. But we have to take it. This is our birthright. We have to take it and keep it and cherish it. The laws of God that He has given His children. We must treasure it and understand the greatness of these laws. So, I am a free, sovereign, universal being of light. I declare my eternal alliance to truth, love, and light, the light of consciousness that we all are, the beingness that we all are. This is my declaration and understanding and intent. God bless. Namaste.